Hey everyone, before we get into today's topic, I just figured that right now would be a pretty good time to introduce myself. I've never shown my face in any of my videos, but if you've ever watched any of them, then you've definitely heard my voice. So, for starters, my name is Bailey Austin. I'm 26 years old from Tennessee, and I'm the creator of BA Customs YouTube channel. The BA in my channel's name is my initials, so now you know. I really don't want to go on for too long, but my whole point of this is just to say hi, let you see a face behind, the voice of my content, and to say a big thank you for the channel reaching 1,000 subs. That might not seem like a big accomplishment to a lot of people, but to me, it's a really big deal. I've never been great at like social media or anything like that, so 1,000 subs for me is huge. I started this channel as just kind of a hobby, just for fun. I like PC stuff, and I figured, what the heck, let's just make some videos. So to see you guys support it just is huge to me. It's just astronomical. Anywho, with all that said, thank you so much to everybody who's subscribed. Thank you so much for anyone who's watched. Thank you to the Discord squad. I haven't forgotten about you. If anybody watching wants to join the Discord, link will be in the description. Feel free to join. It's free, So, thank you. And with that said, let's get into the video. Come here. Hello. Can you look at the camera? Can you look at the camera? Thank you. Toka, can you look at the camera? Oh yes, thank you. Hey, you chill.
The perfect gaming chair. Sleek, comfortable, and inexpensive.
Yo, you're being misled. Let's talk about why. A common mistake that consumers make, including myself, is going with a budget chair that looks cool. But why is this a mistake? Too often, gamers or just average people will buy budget gaming chairs based on their looks instead of their comfort. Sure, depending on your taste and style, racing style chairs look pretty cool, and you can find them for a really decent price. But take it from me, buying a budget gaming chair just because it looks cool could be a huge mistake. Alright, to start off, let me walk you through the experience I've had with my budget gaming chair. About 2 years ago, I bought this chair, the Respawn 205. I bought it because it was on sale for about $150, which was a good price considering more popular and expensive chairs cost upwards of $300. Actually, this chair still retails on Respawn's website for $300 and is over $200 on Amazon. But of course, I thought it looked cool. I mean, the backside looks like some shit that Darth Vader would sit in. It has a height adjustable lumbar pillow as well as a headrest pillow that both strap to the back of the chair, which is mesh, so I thought it would be nice for keeping my back cool. And the seat of the chair is some sort of memory foam. It has adjustable armrests, tilt lock, blah blah blah, all the stuff that you'd expect. Anywho, that was roughly 2 years ago. Let's take a look at how it's holding up now. Okay. Oh, gross, dude. Oh, okay, alright, I get it. Now, keep in mind, I used this chair every single day. And no, I wasn't rough on it, I just sat in it. That's it. The seat has conformed permanently to my butt, with the faux leather cracking on it as well as on the headrest pillow. One of the armrests is perfectly fine, while the other one randomly started bubbling up and chipping away. Not to mention that at one point it completely broke off, so I had to drill it back into the bottom of the chair, which is made of some sort of particle board. Cheap memory foam on top of particle board is not comfortable, people. I think if you sat in this chair very seldom rather than every day, you might be fine. And who knows, maybe Respawn started using higher quality materials since I purchased this chair. I doubt it, but even with all of the breaking and cracking, the worst part of this chair by far was the posture it promoted. Without any more ranting, and trust me, I could go on, this chair promoted extremely poor and uncomfortable posture. Over the last couple of years, I've sat with my spine in a C shape, which is horrible for your spine. This chair hurt me, hurt my back, and, well, it hurt my ass. I guess you could say I'm butthurt. Anyway, months ago, a close friend of mine, who shall remain unnamed, so we'll just call him Larry, told me about a chair that he and a few of his colleagues had been using that featured an all-mesh construction, promoted healthy posture, and was relatively cheap when compared to others like it. I knew I could trust Larry because he and his colleagues are currently students in dental school, so they need a comfortable chair that they can rely on while they sit for hours at a time working. That chair, this chair, is called the Hyken, or maybe it's Hyken. I'm not really sure on that, to be honest, but it's by Staples. Yes, Staples, the office supply chain. When Larry originally told me about this chair, he called it a cheap Herman Miller clone. By the way, if you don't know what Herman Miller chairs are, they're pretty much the highest end office chairs on the market. They're very, very expensive. You may have seen a popular streamer or two using one. Now, I wouldn't say that the Hyken is an exact replica of a Herman Miller, but I will note that you can see its influence in the design. Obviously, this chair isn't meant to be a flashy gaming chair, but more of a minimalistic design focused on comfort and posture. And after switching from my old Respawn 205 to the Hyken, there is an immediate and drastic improvement in comfort and posture. The Hyken comes in around $150 to $200, depending on if it's on sale, and I'll have a link in the description if you want to check the price, but I was able to get this one on Amazon for $160. It comes in 3 colors, black, dark gray, and maroon red. I went with black because, well, I guess I'm basic. I've been using this chair for a few months now, so I'm going to get all into the details. But let's rewind just a bit to see what it's like right out of the box. The Hyken ships disassembled but includes everything you need to easily assemble it. Here's a look at the unboxing process. You get 2 height adjustable armrests, an adjustable mesh headrest which is optional to put on, the mesh seat of the chair, the mesh back of the chair with height adjustable lumbar support, the base mechanism of the seat that has control for height adjustment, 3 locking positions for leaning and tension adjustment, the pneumatic cylinder lift with a telescopic cover, the 5-legged swivel base, 5 rotating caster wheels, and lastly a pack of hardware and the instructions manual. Assembly was incredibly simple. The only tool required is a single Allen wrench, which comes included in the hardware. The instructions were well thought out with simplicity in mind. Each set of bolts are individually packaged with a small card that indicates which step in the instructions they correlate to. And if that wasn't enough, each set of bolts is also color-coded with a different color of thread lock, so you won't accidentally mismatch them. This also ensures that each bolt will be secured firmly in place once torqued down. I started with the seat of the chair, which has 3 very long warranty tags hanging from it. I rolled them up and taped them down for a cleaner look, but it didn't stay long. I don't suggest using electrical tape for this, but I guess you could cut them off. I just chose not to, just in case, so I didn't void the warranty before I actually got to use the chair. Moving on, the armrests are the first to be attached using the light yellow bolts, which are labeled with a sticker that indicates what direction to put them on so you don't accidentally install them backwards. Added next, using the blue bolts, is the base mechanism for chair adjustments, also labeled so you don't install it backwards. Then, using the green bolts, the mesh back goes on. After that, the headrest can be attached using the darker yellow bolts. You can choose to leave the headrest off if you don't want it. Aesthetically, the chair would still look nice and clean. You just see 2 holes on the top back that would show where the headrest is supposed to be attached. I did want it, so on it goes. Next, I popped all 5 wheels into place on the legs and tried to use it as a skateboard. And the last bit of assembly is just sliding the cylinder lift and its cover into place onto the legs, putting the chair on top, and sitting down to secure it all together. The Hyken is adjustable too, but I wouldn't go as far as saying it's fully adjustable. Basic adjustments like seat height, armrest height, and tilt lock are included features, but the chair does lack certain adjustments. From top to bottom, the headrest can be adjusted to 5 levels of height adjustment, as well as 3 angles of tilt adjustment. The armrests have 5 levels of height adjustment, but unfortunately no easy width adjustment. They can be widened by about an inch, but in order to do this, you have to loosen the bolts that hold them into place, slide them to your desired width, and tighten them back down. The lumbar support only has height adjustment where it can be set to 4 different height levels, but unfortunately there is no lumbar depth adjustment. The chair will also lock into 2 tilting positions, one moderately leaned back and one quite reclined, but is unable to do this.
But can you do this?
There's also a tension wheel for adjusting the resistance to the tilt when leaning. The quality of this chair is overall satisfactory in my opinion, but there's really not too much to say. Most of the chair is constructed of metal with a hard plastic covering. It feels very solid and sturdy in every position and doesn't squeak or make noise when leaning or making adjustments. The mesh, being made of some sort of stretchy rubber weaved with nylon, is pretty comfortable to sit on and has yet to stretch permanently from sitting in it, which was a main concern of mine when considering a mesh seat. The armrest cushions seem to be made of a thick layer of hard rubber over maybe foam, and they seem like they'll hold up well. Staples includes a 7-year warranty with the chair, so they clearly have a lot of confidence in it. Now that we've gone over the Hyken and all its specs, I'm just going to talk about the pros versus the cons. Starting with the pros, my list is as follows. Although the Hyken lacks in some areas of adjustability, I find that it prioritizes general good posture. As I said before, my old gaming chair gave me lower back pains and butt pains, but so far this chair has been very comfortable while also keeping my spine in a healthy position. Even with the lumbar support only being height adjustable, I haven't gotten the urge to move it. It feels like it's just in the perfect position really. I keep the temperature inside relatively cool, but regardless, sitting in my old chair with faux leather would cause my butt and legs to get hot even after, 15 minutes of sitting. I suppose this pro goes towards any chair that has a mesh seat, but the Hyken really pulls off having a comfortable and cool seat, no matter how long I'm sitting in it. Now, this is just my opinion, but I dig the minimalism this chair portrays while maintaining proper functionality. There's just enough silver accenting on the chair to be a nice touch without going overboard. And the Hyken, trust me, is by no means a head turner, but it still looks sleek and professional. The price is a big win with the Hyken. Generally speaking, so-called ergonomic desk chairs that are actually worth a crap are a few $100s to even $1,000 and upwards. It's pretty ridiculous how expensive a chair can be, but the Hyken really delivers big time for its price. At $150 to $200, and remember I got mine for $160, it's the price of a budget gaming chair. But unlike a budget gaming chair, the Hyken is a healthy lifestyle choice. It'll probably last longer before wearing out too. Now let's have a look at the cons. I could really only come up with a few minor ones. Like I said, I've been using this chair daily for a few months, but here are the only areas that I think it could use some improvement. While the Hyken checks most important boxes when it comes to adjustability, there are a few that it lacks. Some areas could have more adjustability, such as the headrest and lumbar support, maybe having depth adjustment, or the armrest having more width adjustment, or even being able to swivel. So the armrest cushions definitely seem solid. I think they'll hold up for a long time, unlike the ones on my last chair, but they seem a bit too solid. Sometimes my elbows become a bit uncomfortable after resting them on the cushions for longer periods of time. I'd personally prefer slightly softer cushions on the armrests, but being as they are is no deal breaker. But yeah, that's really all the cons that I have. Just so you know, my entire point of this video isn't to get you to go out and buy this chair. It's more so you don't make the same mistake that I did, which was buying something, in this case a chair, on the basis of looks instead of functionality. Before you buy anything, do your research, read reviews, ask friends, and don't be biased towards aesthetics if it comes at the price of functionality. I've wanted an upgrade in the chair department for months, but I kept sleeping on the Hyken after Larry told me about it. I'm happy to be using it now, sure, but I just wish I bought it sooner because it really does make a difference. The Hyken works well, it looks just fine, and it delivers comfort all at a reasonable price. I'm obviously a big fan of this chair, so yes, I recommend it. Especially if you're the type of person that spends a lot of time while sitting down. This chair, or just one with similar features, may very well be a smart purchase for you. Because the last thing anyone needs is to become distracted from work or develop health issues because of a bad chair. This was a bit of a different video, but I'll be back to PC and tech related topics very soon. Big thanks to all my subscribers, and of course to you for watching. I'm Bailey for BA Custom PCs, and I'll see you next time.